face when I was at work.
Man, listen, you on social media, even if you don't want to see something, you're gonna see. All you do, it's a scroll, it's at a scroll of a thumb. You know what I mean? But
yeah, but that shit ain't in my search histories. I can't speak for my co-host.
It's funny ass. It's funny ass. It's funny ass.
Nigga search history looking crazy.
Kevin Hart ass nigga right here. You a funny deaf comedy jam ass nigga
between
right
what
here.
you search for on Pornhub and your Safari searches, bro, your shit looking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Pregnant, pog.
Let me ask you a question, right? This is on relationships. Do you think you could get your lady mad enough to the point where she feel as though she gotta go fuck somebody else to get you back? I mean, to get back at you?
I think it take a certain type of bitch to do that, though.
You think so?
Cause once a chick, bro, rules done changed, man. It used to be if a chick, whether it was true or not, if a chick ever told you had a little dick and not, the relationship was over.
What you mean? Nah, elaborate. What you mean? A chick tell you got a little dick is over?
Yo, back in the
Chicks
day,
say that.
like,
Bitches say that all the time.
I know, but then that means it's over because, bitch, like, you trying to, like, make my name dirt out here. You telling other hoes, like, my shit little. You know what I mean? Some believe you, some don't. You know, like, you just smearing my name out here. Fucking with my character and my reputation.
So what you saying? You thinking like?
I'm thinking now it's way worse, bro. All it takes is to press one button, send. After you write some dumb shit, you know what I mean? It takes send. Don't make a permanent decision off of temporary emotions. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that goes for a lot of people. It's not just teenagers. People like to say millennials this, millennials that. But you got the president of the United States doing the same shit. It's just too easy. You got to have a little more self-control and discipline.
You know what I think, not the control. I think that because I had this conversation earlier. I think that it definitely is a double standard, right? And maybe that's not the right phrase I should use, but let's just say the saying is true. Men have fragile egos. You understand what I'm saying? Our egos are fragile. So we don't have that extra chromosome or that piece to get over certain things like women can. We don't. So that's why certain lines shouldn't be crossed. It sounds fucked up. Don't get it twisted. Men should definitely get reprimanded for the bullshit that they do. And they should, get called out on it and they should deal with the consequences. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like in a relationship, certain lines like that shouldn't get crossed because there's no coming back. It's fucked up. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that's a pass. I don't believe that that's a pass for us to go out and do what the fuck we want to do. But, it's just certain lines that can't get crossed. You can't go out and just lay with my main man. You know what I'm saying? Go lay with my bro and think I'm gonna get over it. Now some guys do. Some guys look at it like, I'm gonna take that on the chin. I deserve it, but I don't know. I mean,
fam. Like if a chick busts a move like that, like it's definitely over. You know what I mean? And but the fucked up shit about.
Well, what about the guys who turn the other cheek? Who say, you know what? We just gonna rock out like.
I ain't trying to knock a nigga, but it take a special kind of man to turn the other cheek, and I mean special. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you're not like.
Because that's against the nature.
Not the status quo.
Because that's against our nature. For us to kind of get over that, our egos are very. I could openly admit that it really is. When it comes to that level, it really is. So that's why some dudes don't even give their hearts because. They look at it like, if I give it to you and you break it, it's over. Like, it's you killed me. You know what I mean?
Fam, just think about the shit you gotta bury emotionally and mentally to be with this woman after she done did some fuck shit like that. Right. And like you said, like that's not giving niggas a pass. Like niggas do fuck shit too. Yeah. But I mean, like, D.L. Hughley actually said something that I actually like. Made my antennas go up. It was like, why do women try to take our worst characteristics and then run with those? You know what I mean?
Right. Because
like,
I think.
Why?
Because that's
like,
the only weapon.
Like, unfortunately, it is a double standard. Like, I mean, we're different, and there's nothing wrong with being different. Like, people talk about equal rights and equality and women's rights and stuff like that, but there's still a simple fact that, like, we're genetically different. Right, you know what I mean? Right. You guys are genetically, like, nurturers. Like, where women, rather, are genetically nurturing beings all across the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then sometimes roles reverse, but at the same time, like, you know, like, the numbers speak for themselves, and women are inherently different. Right. So, like, you go do some shit like that, like, you really gotta, like, it's pretty much, it was over in your head, and you want to be spiteful. But see, this what I wanted to say, like, women is so sneaky, like, when they say women are cats and men are dogs, it's so true, because a woman to do that shit, of course your mans ain't gonna say shit. Like, say for instance, you got a tight circle of like 7 niggas. Like, he may tell, like, it's a circle within the circle. He may tell like 1 or 2, and then they keep it on the chest. She don't ever say nothing. She may tell 1 or 2 of her girls, they keep it on the chest. 6 months later, y'all, you know what I mean? The nigga do something spectacular enough to like get her back, or you know, she realized she acting on impulse. Nigga, it's a whole secret hanging over your head you don't even know about.
Right. You know what? Nah, that's deep. You know what? A friend of mine said one time, and he been married for a long time. He was like, you know what, bro? If my wife was to step out on me, I wouldn't leave her. So, you know, at the time I was younger. That was this before I was married myself. I was a lot younger, a lot more naive. And, you know, my response was, fuck you mean? Like, I'm out. Like, what you mean you gonna stay with her? She had another dick inside her. You just gonna just look the other way? He just said, like, where I'm gonna go? Like, my wife I was her first. That's what he said. I was her first. So I'm gonna leave her. We got 2 kids. We got 3 kids. Yeah, he said, yeah, he got 3 kids. He said, we got 3 kids. So I'm gonna leave her. I know her. I've been with her. I cultivated her. She helped me grow. We got business together. We live together. We got a house. We go to the same church. I'm gonna leave and be with somebody else that I don't know, that got more body counts than my wife. You understand what I'm saying? I don't even know I know my wife's morals. I know her faults. I know her flaws. I know her integrity. So I'm gonna go start all over with somebody else who has, again, more body counts than her. He was like, nah. You know what I mean? I would just have to, for my family and for me not wanting to start all over, I would stay with her. This was his response. And when he put it,
let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, when he put it like that, it kind of changed my perspective. Now, do I agree with him? Would I make that same decision? I couldn't say. You know what I mean? A lot of times people like to answer questions, you know what I mean, before they get to that bridge. I couldn't tell you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, God forbid, but he definitely opened my mind. You understand what I mean? What you gonna say?
Man, I was like, my question I want to pose is that fear. And when I say is that fear, it's because sometimes niggas don't think they could. First of all, niggas get comfortable real easy. And when I say niggas, I mean white niggas, black niggas, Chinese niggas, Spanish niggas.
Everybody,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Get comfortable super easy, men. Right? So check it. So, alright, you in a relationship for so long. This your lady, but then in the relationship, you put on 30 pounds, she put on 30 pounds. You know what I mean? Now you got man boobs. So is it easier for you to say, like, I wouldn't leave her? Because, you know, if you step out in that cold world, you know what I mean? It's a whole different animal. It's like you did a bid in a relationship, you coming home. You know what I mean? Like, you know, every nigga coming home, he don't be right, like the style don't be right, you know what I mean? He been in a time capsule for 5 to 10, you know what I mean? Like, when you in a relationship, you damn near in a time capsule, for real, unless you just really getting busy. For the most part, you're in a time capsule, so you step out, it's a whole new world, fam. So is that fear? And this is just a question, because I don't know. There's no judgment here, because my knee-jerk reaction would be like, man, fuck that bitch, man. It's like, nigga, it's 50 to 1 in this entire world, and in the city I'm in, it's 18 to 1. I wish the fuck I would. Facts. Just keeping it a buck, of course I would be hurt. Yeah. Of course I would be heartbroken. Yeah, like, what type of tough ass nigga with a chicken invested in her and she invested in him, wouldn't be heartbroken if the shit ain't work out.
Right.
But at the same time, like, a nigga gotta keep on pushing.
Now,
so are you the man who keep on pushing, or are you the man who, if your girl do some wild shit, like, you know what I mean, like, accept her back? I mean, and the pill you gotta swallow.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Now, I was gonna say, the answer to your question is, you know, I think confidence definitely play a part. You're right, because if you on your square, you know what I mean, you definitely in your bag, or you got a bag, or whatever it is, you might not have that same mindset or that same sentiment. You understand what I mean? You might not. It might be like, well, all right, well, listen, this is how you moving. Well, I'm gonna have to keep it smoking on my end. You feel me? It is what it is. I loved you. It was all good, but you know what I mean? It's different cards now. You know what I mean? So I definitely believe confidence plays a part. You're right. You know what I mean? Now, I can't say, you know, I'm not passing judgment on him either, but I definitely I do respect his perspective, because I never even thought about it that way. Like, yeah, you really got to start all over, especially if you got kids involved, man. Like, 'cause you got kids involved. That's a whole different, again, you know, to go back to the card reference, it's a whole different card game. You know what I mean?
Man, I just want to know what type of nigga it takes to do that. What are the factors that go into a decision like that? Because, fam, just think about it. Just think about the pill you gotta swallow, and that's all I'm thinking about. Like, you know, when they say you gotta swallow your pride and put your pride aside, just think about that. Like, somebody else is inside your bitch.
You know what? Because I'm reading this book, Kosher Lust, and I'm in a part in the chapter when they really breaking down why women do what they do, and then they really went into depth. And I know you read that book too, but about how at the end of the day, a woman wants to be desired. Just like a man, we want to be needed. You understand what I'm saying? A woman wants to be desired. So I say that to say, I think if we're talking about married people, that a woman cheats later in the marriage. I mean, I don't know too many men that's married that got cheated on, but the few that I do know that stuck around, or the ones I heard about, sometimes they know what they did. Like, they knew why they pushed their wife or their girl, whatever, to that extreme. You understand what I'm saying? To the point where it's like, you know what, they gotta wear it. Like, they knew they was ignoring her. They knew, you know what I mean, they was out of town. They you know, no phone calls. Like, they knew when's the last time you ever took out or told her she was beautiful? I think they're very aware of it. You know, obviously when they go to counseling, they think about it, and I guess that's like the guilt. It's like, well, you know what, I kind of pushed her. So it's like
I actually like that train of thought.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because honestly, like, I can only speak for, you know what I mean, my circles. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times and I'm speaking on my circles because I can't speak for the male race or black people or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. But a lot of times people in general, they don't, or they lack accountability. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what you just said to me is almost like, man, fam, you gotta take accountability for your actions too. Right. Like, you can't just say, like, she just dipped out.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. And when they, like I said, they're older, mature men. So, you know, when they're at that age, they got a different perspective on life and just everything. So they probably viewing it like, even businessmen, they're viewing it like, you know what, I fucked up that transaction. That was my snafu. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, they kind of gotta wear it in a way. So that's why. I mean, I just be seeing that with movies and just people, like, I hearsay, just little stories. You see that, you know what I mean? But, you know, at the end of the day, I don't know, man. This shit is a fucking game.
Actually, you do know. I actually really like that train of thought. Yeah. It's giving me something to think about. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, like, I always, when I say knee-jerk reaction, y'all don't want that term to be like, what's that shit called? Mm-hmm. When you say something all it's cliche. I don't want it to be cliche, but you know, it's knee-jerk reaction. My knee-jerk reaction is saying I can't do it. But then again, like, thank God and God forbid I ever be in that position.
Yeah. Because you figure you being a dickhead, you know what I'm saying? You making the woman feel like dirt. And that's the, at the end of the day, She could be a businesswoman. She could be the president. She could be the vice president. She could be Oprah. She could be a nun, Mother Teresa, whatever it is. At the end of the day, all these women figures are women. At the end of the day, they're women. And at a center core of a woman, she wants to be desired. I don't give a fuck who she is. You understand me? So if you're not giving her that, then that's it. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. That's it. Like you
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. How you feel about open relationships in the African American community?
Open relationships?
Yeah.